Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with your local weather forecast across the lower 48. If you like my content, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as I do daily updates on YouTube here. Okay, well, let's dive into the forecast real quick. We're looking at the radar across the lower 48. We got, you see, we're going to the northeastern portion of the United States first. We have snow, ice, and mixed precipitation falling across the northeastern portion of the United States from Maine all the way back down towards the Delaware area, Connecticut region, and offshore there. That system will continue to slowly lift off to the northeast and out into Nova Scotia. We got, as we head into the Midwest, we got an area of low pressure over over Iowa that will continue to slowly lift off to the northeast over into Michigan and then off into Canada. A trailing cold front will sweep across the eastern portion, the central and eastern portion of the United States between now and early Wednesday morning to produce scattered showers and maybe a rumble of thunder possible from Kentucky all the way down to Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and northern Florida as Tuesday into Wednesday. We have another system developing over in the southwestern portion of the United States, over around California, Nevada. And that system will continue to lift off to the east-northeast and head into the middle of the country, dragging a cold front that will spark off some severe weather across East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi by Wednesday, and then march eastward into Thursday into early Friday for Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, northern Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee regions. And that system will move offshore and allow high pressure to build in behind that system. We have a little bit of shower activity across Seattle, Washington, northwest of y'all guys over there. Coming on shore, y'all be getting some rain later on tonight and on Tuesday. Okay, now we're going to head on to the 7-day rainfall total. As you can see, this is totals for the next 7 days across the lower 48. The heaviest precipitation, as I can see, is ranging from across the southeastern portion of the United States, northern Gulf of Mexico, and the western Atlantic Ocean, where that little, where we have a little tropical feature could develop. Stay tuned. I'll have more in this video, more on that later on in this video. Okay, we have more heavy precipitation over Canada and moving into the northwestern portion of the United States around Washington State and Oregon, California. Sporadic heavier precipitation over the southwestern portion of the United States and over the Midwest, from Colorado all the way to Michigan and Wisconsin. This is snowfall. This is mainly snowfall that's going to be equaled up to the rainfall amounts. Texas, you starting to slow up on y'all's rainfall too, but y'all going to get in on a little bit of rainfall as well. Okay, now we're going to look at the Storm Prediction Center. This is day 3 outlook. And this is for that cold front I was telling you about that was over in California that was going to move off into the northeast to produce all that snow and ice and stuff over the portions of the Midwest, Midwest and portions of the Ohio Valley. We're going to produce severe weather across the south and southeastern portion of the United States between Wednesday and early Friday morning. So if you're living in these areas here where the marginal risk and slight risk, be on the lookout for possible tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. And locally heavy rainfall and frequent lightning. Okay, as we head on, as we're going to be looking at our next graphic. Okay, this is across the lower 48. This is what I'm looking at right now. We got over across the northeastern portion of the United States. We got winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings in effect for Maine and portions of Rhode Island, and that's because of a system right offshore there that will slowly lift off to the northeast and move into Nova Scotia. And portions of the rest of the pretty much the rest of the East Coast is pretty quiet right now. Just like I say, just expect some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two tomorrow, Tuesday, across the south and southeastern portion of the United States. Okay, as we look over into the upper Midwest, we see winter weather advisories for Minnesota, North Dakota, and also fog advisories also for Montana, and also a little strip of winter weather advisories for Idaho and Minnesota, Montana. So in these areas here, be on the lookout for fog and snow in your vicinity. A winter storm watch has been issued for portions of northeast Colorado, northern Kansas, and Nebraska. All these areas here, this will be upgraded to a winter storm warning in probably in the next 12 to 24 hours possible. We have high wind advisories across Texas and southeast New Mexico. Wind gusts there maybe up to 40 miles per hour, 45 peak wind gusts, few sporadic power outages, and a few tree limbs coming down. Alright, over in the southwestern portion of the United States, from New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and eastern California, we have winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings for snow that may pile up in some areas a good little bit. So might be mindful while traveling in those areas. We have flood warnings, flood advisories along the west coast of California, and that's because of high rivers, and that will finally secede over the coming weeks. Okay, now moving forward. Now here's that tropical weather statement, tropical outlook here. If we do have a tropical cyclone, here's the 2023 names. Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Don, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Alda, Jose, Kata, Lee, Margaret, Nigel, Ophelia, Philippe, Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, Whitney. That's your 2023 names for the Atlantic hurricane season, starting on May 15th and going all the way to November the 30th. Okay, now here is a look at the tropics. Here's that system right off the northeastern United States. This is the one that I was talking about. Right now it's only just a non-tropical low and should not become anything. Let's take a look at what the National Hurricane Center is saying about this system. Right now it says a 0% chance in the next 48 hours. Okay, here's their special weather statement. See that for the northwestern Atlantic, non-tropical low pressure system centered over the northwestern Atlantic Ocean about 300 miles north of Bermuda produces storm force winds. Although the cyclone is producing some thunderstorm activity near the center, it is embedded in a cold air mass with nearby frontal boundary. The low is expected to move northwestward today and to the northward tonight, bringing the system over much colder waters across the Atlantic Canada by early Tuesday. Therefore, it is unlikely that it will be transitioned to a subtropical or tropical cyclone. Nevertheless, The system is expected to remain a strong non-tropical low during the next day or so. And additional information, including storm force wind warnings, can be found at high seas forecast issued by your local National Weather Service office. Let's see. No additional special tropical outlooks are scheduled for this system. Regularly scheduled tropical weather outlook will resume on May 15, 2023, while special tropical weather outlooks will be issued necessary during the off season. Formation chance during the next 48 hours, low, near 0%. Formation chance during the next 5 days, 0. Low, 0, near 0% chance. So, not expecting anything to turn out of this system, but that's all the weather forecast I have for today. I hope y'all enjoyed my content. If you like my videos and content, please subscribe to my channel. And have a great day, everyone. And we'll catch you on the next one.